everyone, thank you for watching Edupedia World videos. In this video, we'll start with the new topic SAP Performance Tuning. So this is the part 1 video. Okay, so because the performance tuning in SAP is a vast area, so I have divided it into different videos. In this video, we'll know what is the system performance, okay, and why we need to tune it, monitor and tune the system performance. Now, performance tuning. SAP provides various utilities to aid and enhance the performance and data management of SAP systems. So, SAP itself provides various utilities, okay, which helps us in monitoring and enhancing the performance as well as the data management, okay, in the SAP systems. It is necessary to ensure high availability and optimal performance in a mission critical 24/7 business environment where extended slowdowns and outages have a high potential for causing loss of revenue to the business. So when we talk about business, the various business which use the SAP systems, okay, the first thing is like there should be high availability. We should have minimal downtimes, okay, and we should have an optimal performance, right? Because when users work on the systems, what they look at the performance. They can't run a report and wait for 5 minutes to get the result, okay? So performance of the system is very important, okay? So when the businesses are open to the end users for 24/7, okay, so the management, it aims at high availability and optical performance of the ERP systems. Otherwise, it will cause a huge loss to their revenue. We can also develop customized tools for performance monitoring and tuning. So apart from the tools which are provided by SAP, even we can develop our own tools for this performance monitoring and tuning, okay? One such as like IBM has come up with some SAP made tools, okay? The set of tools are known as SAP MATE made tools, okay? So they have customized those tools for their business. So similarly others like Wiley was provided by CA earlier, okay? So apart from the tools which SAP directly provides, okay, we have other tools also developed by the third-party vendors, okay, for effective performance monitoring and tuning. ABAP performance tuning. ABAP performance tuning is an important task which is used to make a report program efficient and faster one for delivering the required output to the user in a finite time as per the complexity of the program. So because this entire training we are discussing about the ABAP systems, okay, so in this performance tuning also we will check how to tune the performance of ABAP systems. So in ABAP, when we talk about ABAP performance tuning, okay, we have reports, we have transactions, we have programs, we have to tune them, okay, because we want the response time when we run a report should be very less, okay, to achieve that is our aim, okay. So that's why we have to tune our programs. A performance optimized ABAP program saves the time of the end user, thus increasing the productivity of the user, so it increases the productivity of the user, okay. A performance optimized ABAP program, what does it do? It saves the time of the end user, so it increases the productivity of the user. Some tasks are assigned to me, okay, if I wait for every step I run, if I have to wait for 10 minutes, okay, that makes my work longer. See, if my report runs efficiently and if I get the required output in 2 minutes, then my work will be done faster. So at the end, business is impacted, their cost will be impacted, their revenue will be impacted. So that's why when the systems come into the support phase after go live, okay, performance tuning is very important. It plays a very important role. If you follow certain techniques, it does not necessarily mean it will increase the performance, but at least it could be better, right? So we have to follow some simple things. Okay, in ABAP programs we have to tune them, or data management we have to do, or something else we have to do, clean the temporary files, logs, all these things in the SAP system. Okay, so that might not drastically increase the performance of your system, but at least it will perform better. Say like if it's running 10 minutes, it will come down to 6 minutes. It might not run in 1 or 2 minutes, okay, but at least it will reduce the previous run times or the response times. It is totally dependent on system load, data volume, and the type of the database used. So at the end, again, when the database is huge, when the data is very high, okay, so you obviously, if you run any report compared to a database which has less data, it will take longer time. Okay, so that we can't avoid in any way. Okay, so and it depends on the system load also. Say like if 100 users are logging in, the load can be different. The load on the system is very high and your response times will increase. Say if only 2 users are working on the system, then because of the less load, the end users, they'll get faster response. So everything, it depends on the system load, the data volume, and even the type of the database used. Okay, but however, we have to keep all these factors in mind, and we have to tune the performance of the system. Okay, so performance tuning means not only tuning the reports, but we have to keep in mind about the how much like CPUs, the memory. Okay, all these things also we have to consider while tuning. When we consider about the overall performance tuning, okay, ABAP performance tuning means tuning the ABAP reports. Okay, but in general, performance tuning means the system, SAP system ABAP performance tuning, okay, along with the hardware resources, whether we have optimal resources or not, okay, IO, everything, the database. So all these things we have to consider. Now, performance management objectives: continually monitor, maintain, and optimize the performance of your enterprise system. Okay, so after go live, once the system goes into the production support phase, production support, okay, so you have to monitor, maintain, and you have to optimize the performance of your system, because every day the data increases, the number of users will increase. So keeping in mind, even you have to make changes to your system, whether it's a hardware or this ABAP program tuning or whatever it is, you have to make certain changes now and then to improve the performance of your system. Now, you have to provide metrics that correlate system statistics with business impacts, the throughput, and end user experience for regular review with the management and technical audiences. Okay, so during this performance management, one part is when we talk about performance management, we have to collect metrics. Okay, how will we know that my CPU, how will I come to know, like, see, okay, I have only 2 CPUs now, these are not sufficient, I have to increase the CPUs, or I have to increase the memory, or I have to tune my reports. How will you come to know? You have to collect metrics periodically. Okay, collecting metrics plays an important role. Okay, so weekly, say like if you collect some stats, then you can compare them. Oh, see, the performance is going down, then something might be the factor. So you have to collect the metrics, okay, which correlate the system statistics with business impacts. So then only you'll understand like the throughputs and the end user experiences, like what problems they are facing. Okay, so and you should have a regular review with the management and the technical teams. Ensure that performance management system is fully integrated with existing change management and problem management process. So the performance management, it should be integrated with the change management and the problem management process. Okay, so when these things are, I'm talking about the process overview, the objectives of the performance management. Then you have to proactively address potential problems identified via performance metrics. So you collect the metrics, then you have to proactively address like what are the potential problems are there. Okay, you might think like last week this report since last 5 weeks it has some 10 seconds as its response time. For the next 5 weeks it is having 15 seconds. Okay, after that then it increased to 20 seconds. Okay, still the response time is good, but you have to proactively check like why this response time is increasing. So even though users are satisfied with the 15 minutes or the 20-minute response time when compared to the earlier 10-minute response time, okay, but when you find some change, degradation in the response time or whatever it is, the throughput or anything which the end user, any problem which they face, today it might be a tiny problem, but tomorrow this might develop into a large problem, a bigger problem. So you have to proactively find out and you have to analyze it and fix it if required. Utilize metrics and modeling to provide both proactive and post-implementation impact assessments of major systems and application changes, minimizing business impact and improving future deliverables. So you have to, whatever metrics you are collecting, okay, so you have to assess them, you have to proactively fix if you can, or if it requires any major system or application changes which might require downtime, then you have to work with the management and schedule some downtime and fix it. Okay, so see, when you find a problem, okay, which is happening since some time, okay, and if you leave it, it might develop into a major issue at some point of time. So in that case, what you can do, say like it requires some system parameter change, or you have to add more memory, or you have to add more CPUs. Okay, these require restart, they require downtime of the SAP system. So you have to talk with the client, the management, and you have to schedule some downtime in the weekends or something, and you have to make those changes. Okay, so that's why collection of metrics is very important. The things which can be fixed proactively when the system is up, you have to fix them. Okay, say like a report has to be changed, so you can change it in your development system and transport it to your production system. However, some parameters itself have to be changed in the production system, or you have to add more memory or CPUs or something, whatever. Okay, some parameters you have to change which require a restart. So you have to take some good time for that, check out like what is the good time for that with the client, and then schedule a downtime and fix them. Okay, so that will improve the performance of the system. So these are the objectives of performance management. Now, what are the key advantages? It enables enhanced support developed from real-world experience in a 24/7 high-volume, high-availability, mission-critical environment. Proactive problem identification and improved problem determination capabilities aid the reduction of downtime, thereby increasing customer satisfaction. Then it allows health and performance monitoring rigor to be built around customers' unique application and process environment. The next one is it provides for comprehensive technical and executive level reporting of the system, application, and business metrics with highly configurable alerting. Like it can be from SAP or Tivoli or a web page or whatever it is, alerts can be sent. So when we do a performance tuning in our SAP systems, it enables enhanced support. Okay, so you have to proactively identify the problems. Okay, so day to day you have to collect some metrics, and if something goes wrong, an alerting system should be there. So all these things, it enables enhanced support. Then cost savings automates complex system and application checks which would otherwise require considerable system, application, and business process knowledge on the part of monitoring teams. Okay, it provides order of magnitude reduction of manual workload required for performing periodic sophisticated system and business process checks via native transaction, supports predictive problem analysis. Now, when there is some performance management tools you have implemented in your SAP system, okay, so these are the key advantages, okay, compared to the earlier like you have to run each and every transaction and manually get all the data. But now SAP says like you use some tools, okay, which we provide, or even you can also develop on your own, customize the tools which we provide and use them for performance monitoring. Okay, say like we have some systems which have gone live and now they are running, so you have to implement a performance management procedure. Okay, you have to come up with some tools. You should have a performance management team as well, separately if you can, or the basis team has to take care. Okay, apart from the basis activities which you do, the normal regular checks and the other things like the support packs, kernel upgrades, whatever, okay, apart from the core basis tasks, you should have a performance monitoring and tuning also for your SAP systems, and you should implement some tools also. Okay, so these are the advantages when you use some tools. Okay, it reduces the cost, it enables enhanced support. Say like something went wrong in the system, if you don't have an alerting system, how will, say midnight you're sleeping, okay, something went wrong in the system, unless tomorrow morning you get up and check. Okay, so the time, the issue is not fixed since last 10 hours. Okay, that will cause a problem to the customer. So it says like you should have some alerting tool, then immediately some through a pager or a mobile call or whatever it is, okay, alerts are sent out from the SAP system to the performance management team or the basis team, so that they can fix it immediately within less time. Okay, and if you use some tools, automated tools, that you can collect these metrics easily rather from going to each transaction and pulling out the data. If you use some tools, customized tools, you can get the data more quickly. Okay, the other one is flexibility, allows on the fly configurability for new monitoring scenarios, filters extraneous data from multiple sources and provides logical linkage between complementary functions, provides interface for download to web or spreadsheet for additional post-processing of data, may be accessed directly from SAP GUI or a web page, allowing for monitoring of multiple systems without login. Okay, the other thing is like flexibility. Okay, so that's why when we talk about performance management tools, say like whether it's a Wiley or whatever it is, okay, when you, or if you configure a central system monitoring system, okay, CCMS, so what you can do, you can collect all these metrics easily. Okay, you can, whatever metrics are collected, you can export them to a spreadsheet or whatever to a web. Okay, then from a single system you can access multiple systems, okay, without logging in to every system. So all these things, it provides flexibility. And the last one is better data. It provides ability to capture comprehensive system data as well as highly customized business level volume metrics targeted to particular site or business process. Assists in capacity planning by providing means for trending both SAP table growth and access statistics. Allows for apples to apples measurement and management for organizations with responsibilities across multiple SAP sites and installations. Provides an objective and consistent means of measuring both SAP native and custom developed ABAP code. It provides a basis, that is performance system volume plus business volume, for gauging the impact of both minor and major changes in the system settings, infrastructure, application and business process. So you can probably go through all these points. Okay, it provides better data. So when you use some tools, okay, and if you collect the metrics, the output will be better. Okay, you can easily pinpoint where the exact problem is. Nowadays all the business, most of the, when we have systems like banks and everything, they run worldwide. Okay, so we have different systems for Asia, Europe, etc. Okay, so when you use these tools, okay, so you can easily identify, you can dig like where the problem is. So you can bifurcate depending upon the locations or depending upon whatever it is. Okay, the cost centers like this. So you have a better data as the output when you use the tools. So these key advantages, when I talk about the key advantages, they are nothing but when you use some performance monitoring tools in your SAP system, okay, it enables enhanced support, then you have some cost saving. Okay, you can go through these points. Okay, then it provides flexibility and it gives a better data. The output of the metrics collected will be easily understood. Okay, you can easily pinpoint where the root causes. So that's why in production support, okay, nowadays even performance tuning is also very important. Okay, we have in very huge business, okay, apart from the basis team we have a different team, the performance management team also in some projects. Okay, so they exclusively they do this performance monitoring and tuning, like tuning of the ABAP reports. Okay, then this the capacity planning, so all these things. So in this video we have learned like what is performance tuning, ABAP performance tuning, then the performance management objectives. Okay, and if we use some tools, like what are the advantages we will get. In the next videos we'll learn about each topic, say like workload monitor or whatever it is, SQL, statement analysis. So individual, we'll take one topic in one video and we'll discuss about it. So in what are the different ways in which we can tune the performance of our system. First thing is like ST03, and we have a transaction where we can collect the report, all these metrics. Okay, then we have ST04, okay, where we can take different values for the database tuning. So like this, in the next parts of this performance tuning videos, we learn about, in each video we learn about a different way in which the system can be tuned, how performance tuning is done. Okay, thank you.